Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, remember when you didn't play every single game to try to win and you played for fun? Well, we're doing something in between here. In the After Hours Gaming League B-League Finals, Team Adobe playing for Child's Play versus Facebook representing Room to Read, two charitable organizations trying to receive the best rep as these two companies' employees duke it out on the virtual battlefield. This is the AHGL B-League Finals Game 2, where Facebook maintains a solid lead. In the top right corner, from Team Facebook, it's Man-Trick. No doubt cutthroat enemies wishing each other luck in a false pretense before ruthless savagery begins. Sorry, I've been watching Hannibal, so my mouth is salivating. Man, the food in that show looks good. In the top left corner from Team Adobe, it is Ellen Drake, with the beautiful, floating, rotating Adobe sign. Ellen Drake out. For any of you who haven't watched Hannibal, it's amazing. It's about a ruthless, cannibalistic serial killer named Hannibal, who is charming, dashing, dapper, an amazing cook, and a humanitarian as well, if you know what I mean. And whoever designs the food that's shown on that show looks so good and so delectable. But alas, I must focus on my job at hand, the scouting drone from Facebook's Man-Trick, moving through the center logo watchtower to achieve knowledge in Ellen Drake's base. Ellen Drake going for the very classic barracks into gas. Zerg will almost certainly go expand pool gas. Now the important thing to note is that there's enough strategies that lead to a little bit of funkiness that Zergs do like to scout early, make sure there's no sneaky floats to the gold, no sneaky proxy barracks in the middle of the map, a vicious, gruesome killer drone looking for an SCV to nibble upon. Nibble upon to death, to give the gruesome tickle, the tickle of good night. Looks like that drone might just get a few extra high fives before having to head home. Now typically, a Marine might scare away an Overlord's drone, but as we have discussed before, it's pretty common to just see Reaper every single time. Man-Trick now getting himself his hatchery. We see a pool as well. Is there going to be gas? Nope, not yet. Man-Trick electing to squeeze out as many drones as humanly possible first. Ellen Drake now, with his depot wall off at the front, hasn't shut out the most important information of all. When's the second gas and when's the expansion? That is all the information that most excellent Zerg players will need to judge their Terran buddy accordingly. Drone from Man-Trick moves back, has a story to tell. You would not believe how rude these SCVs are. I just wanted to high-five them, but they didn't put their hands up enough in time, so I just wound up slapping them in the face. Ellen Drake's Reaper moves forward. Ooh, Reaper number 2, as well as Expand number 1. Coming up, it's panning out to be a deliciously standard Terran vs. Zerg game. Oh my god. Well, I don't know. I was bullied a lot at school, so then I just became a building. And then when I saw my bullies relent, I stopped being a building and went back to being a 9-to-5 worker. But maybe my parents forgot about me and I just stayed as a building. Oh my god. Don't worry, honey. Just become a building. Oh, thank god. Oh my god. Wow. Talk about getting homeschooled. You literally become a home for a little while. Now we see Zergling speed coming up from Man-Trick. The reason why Terran vs. Zerg is often called the most beautiful matchup in StarCraft 2 is that everything up to about the 12-minute mark is more or less a script. A script, a dance that each of these two players will follow to determine who has the edge at that 12-minute mark. It's like watching two different high schoolers do a rendition of Hamlet. It's never going to be particularly amazing, but there certainly will be someone who comes out a little bit on top. To be or not to be? The real question is, does Sean know his Shakespeare well? Not even Sean is sure. This script followed to the 12-minute mark as we see Hellions and Reapers contain the Zerg. The Zerg try to rack up his drone count. And thusly, post-12 minute, we see the most gorgeous display of repositioning in Micro that makes the Redditors drool. Wait a minute, though. A deviation from the script. He's forgotten his lines. He doesn't remember who he is. He's getting a 6-minute layer. Now, this is a way mega fast layer. Interestingly, this will cause there to be a lack of banelings in the early game, which is okay. Very often, Zergs will cut that baneling nest now in order to get faster Mutalisks. A Reaper, a pair of Hellions show up. Yeah, beat it! Meanwhile, we see Ellen Drake with the 3 command centers, trying to get up as good an economy to control space as best he can to get down a pair of engineering bays. To get down a 3rd expansion. I'm very interested to see what Mr. Mantric's gonna do with his little early layer poo. Uh-oh, no, well that sucks. The ponerizer is pwned. Looks like there was some lag in the ancient time at which this game was recorded. Days and days ago. Like maybe even 2. Ignore everything I say. Mantric makes his own rules. An early baneling nest has revealed itself, has reared its ugly head. Although most Zerg players would call it quite a beautiful one, Mantric is continuing to rack up his drone count. We see the pair of engineering bays that marks this early 3-base play coordinate with the 3 barracks follow-up to defend everything. This poor Overlord just wanted to do his job and read all the private information of Ellen Drake. Are you expanding? Do you have a second gas? What are your interests? Do you have any photos? None uploaded recently. Oh well, I'll like one from your spring 2008 album. Mantric, not being incredibly on point with his drone injects, but picking off a Hellion here and there. Picking off a Reaper. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Second factory going down. It's looking to be a little bit of mines. Marines, mines, upgrades. Oh, the Spire doth build late. Won't be done till about 11 minutes. Won't really see Mutalisks till about 12. Mantric rounding out his mixture, getting the upgrades and the 4th macro hatch. Ellen Drake's Hellions have run out of gasoline. But they haven't run out of ADD. Oh my god! Gets distracted by the Zerglings and gets sniped. Somebody give that Hellion pack some Ritalin, because if they don't stay focused, they aren't just going to get held back arbitrarily. They're going to get murdered. Ellen Drake doing a double thick supply depot wall off. It's much like a double layer cake. It's delicious to banelings. Ellen Drake's Quattro not doing too much. Will this be the Quattro that impresses us all? Or will this be the Quattro that goes down with the Titanic? It's tough to say. Mantric setting himself up an excellent defense, securing a 4th base. 4th bases always tend to align with the arrival of Mutalisks. A little bit of micro, a little bit of tit for tat. You nibble at me, I'll set your ass on fire, and then I'll run away. The exciting and rejecting arson, the Hellion. You want to hang out? Sorry, I'm busy tonight. He leaves cryptic texts. He leaves charred souls and hearts. Mutalisks starting to come out. It looks like only 2 Mutalisks will be arriving, which will not really do that much. It's like those people who shoot spit wads when they're bullying people. Seeing Ellen Drake begin to step forward, he secured himself the goal. He hasn't. Oh my god, Mantric. He is like an unhygienic roommate. You just can't let any guests anywhere nearby him. He is just dirtied up. What? What's the big deal, man? The couch is totally sanitary. It won't be for quite some time. Baneling's starting to get ready in a flank 2 position. Starting to see another Queen arrive. Seeing extra 1-1 upgrades. We're seeing the Mutalisks move out. Will there be any turrets? Or will there be a string of turrets as Mantric arrives? Oh crap! Oh poo! Oh daggummit, gosh darn it! Crappity crud butts. Ellen Drake. Continuing to wall himself in and off and around with supply depots. The Ling Baneling! Oh! Oh! The arrival of phlegm in my throat arrives at the same time. Oh my god, Ellen Drake. Oh, that's so sad. Oh my god, that's cry frown sad. Oh, he just says I suck so bad. Oh my god, oh! Oh my god, I thought it was a war. Oh, and now I'm just seeing a sad teddy bear who's sitting down and setting his helmet and gun next to him going, man, I'm not great. Oh my god, oh, Mantric. Mantric is a ruthless killer. He's continuing to swarm and overwhelm these slightly obese marauders trying to do their best to kite, but they didn't have their morning stim. Oh no, getting overrun, Medivacs fall, GG bro. Oh no, Ellen Drake, oh my god, oh bad, sad bad. That means that Facebook, in its attempt to join a league and have fun, have ruthlessly decimated Adobe.